day, class! This is Teacher Fevy, your Science 5 class teacher for today. How are you, kids? Okay, that's good. But before we start our class, let us pray. Oh God, please bless our class today. Amen. Okay, first, just a little reminder. I want all of you to listen carefully during our discussion, and you also need to behave properly, and you can raise your hands if you're going to answer or ask some questions. Is that clear, class? Okay, very good.
At the end of the lesson, you should be able to investigate the extent of soil erosion in the community and its effects on living things and the environment.
In our previous lesson, we discussed about, weathering. So, what is weathering?
Weathering is the breaking down of rocks into fragments.
Okay, very good. And what are the two types of weathering? Can you describe each?
The two types of weathering are the mechanical weathering and chemical weathering.
Okay, very good. And what are the agents of weathering? Anyone? Yes. Okay. And class, why is weathering is an important process?
Weathering is important in shaping the Earth's surface because the breaking down of rocks result the formation of soil and different landforms.
Wow, that's a very good answer. Now class, I am going to show you a picture. Now, take a look with this. What do you see in this picture?
There is weathering of rock.
Yes, very good. And what will happen to the rock fragments after being broken down? Any idea?
Some will become part of the soil, and others are transferred from one place to another.
Yes. And don't you know, class, that this transfer of rock fragments from one place to another is called erosion. And the materials that are transported from one place to another is called sediments. And now, I am going to show you a video clip, and you should carefully watch it. Now, anyone can describe what is happening in that video?
There is a landslide.
Yes? Okay, there is a landslide. And what do you think are the reasons why it occurs? Okay. And what do you think could be the effects of landslide or soil erosion on living things and the environment? Anyone? Yes?
It can destroy roads, bury some plants, and affects people's living.
Okay. Thank you for that wonderful answer. Class, landslide is one of the examples of soil erosion. Soil erosion can affect landforms and living things. It can destroy roads and bridges and affects the transportation. The worst thing is that it can destroy homes and kill people, and also buried some plants. Human activities such as illegal logging, deforestation, quarrying, and mining can increase the effects of soil erosion. And today, we're going to discuss about the effects of soil erosion on living things and the environment. Now, let us explore and find out what are those effects. One of the effects of soil erosion is that it can shape landforms. Now, take a look with this picture. Do you know what is this? Okay, it is the sand dunes. So where we can find sand dunes? Yes, it is usually found in the desert. But class, how do sand dunes are formed? Yes, sand dunes are formed when the wind carries and deposits a lot of sand in one area. So we can see that soil erosion caused by wind can create new landforms. Another picture here is, this is a canyon. So canyon is
Canyon is a narrow and deep valley
Okay.
cut by a river through a rock.
So how do canyons are formed? Canyons are formed by
Canyons are formed by erosion when flowing water wears away soil and rocks.
Yes. Now let us move on to another effect of soil erosion to the landforms. Take a look with this picture. These are the mountains. The first one is an ordinary mountain, and the second one is a mountain that we can find here in the Philippines. Do you know what mountain is this? It is the Mount.
Mount Apu.
Yes, very good. Class, don't you know that high mountains with less trees on it can turn into hill over time? Yes, soil erosion can occur to this mountain if it has less or no trees on it. And these high mountains will eventually become a hill. So, hill is smaller than mountains, right? And over time, if the erosion continue to occur, the hill become a plateau. So, plateau looks like this, right? Okay, so soil erosion can affect landforms when a mountain became a hill and then it turns into a plateau. Now, we can say that soil erosion can also destroy land masses. And now, class, we're going to explore the effects of soil erosion on living things. Now, in this picture, this is a plant, right? So, what are the things or what are the needs of plants in order to grow? Anyone? Yes, plants need air, water, space, sunlight, and soil. But why does plants need soil? Yes?
The plants get nutrients from the soil.
That's right. And this fertile soil is found in topsoil. So what will happen if there is a heavy rain or a strong wind that will wash and carry away the topsoil? What if there's no more fertile soil? What will happen to the plants? Of course, they will not grow well or they will die. Too much soil erosion can make the soil unable to hold or absorb water. This makes the soil coarse and dry. And eventually, it is unfit for vegetation. So if the soil is coarse and dry and is not able to hold or absorb water, the plants will die or they will not grow well. And also, eroded soil can clog irrigation canals system for the plants. So what will happen to the plants that are dependent on water? Of course, they will not grow well and also they will die. And class, if there is less plants, there is a less food production because we humans and animals are dependent on plants for our food and for our nourishment, right? Okay, so if plants are affected by soil erosion, we humans and animals are also affected. Another effect of soil erosion is the prevalence of mine tailings. In mining, mine tailings are mineral waste or leftovers from mining process. Some of these are harmful to humans and plants and also to living things. Class, if there is a big flood or heavy rain, these mine tailings will be carried away by water. And where do you think those mine tailings will go? Okay, it will go to the river, to the seas, and some bodies of water. And we know that mine tailings can bring harmful substances. What will happen to the bodies of water? Yes, it will become polluted. And if there is a water pollution, the aquatic organisms, the animals and plants living in the water can also be affected. Some of them will die. If there is water pollution, it can bring danger to aquatic animals and plants. And also, mine tailings dumped into the soil can also kill plants. Like in this picture. And now we will be having a group work. So each group must have 5 members each. And you are free to choose who are the members of your group. In your group, you're going to list down the effects of soil erosion affecting the following: landforms, plants, and animals and humans. I am giving you 10 minutes to do your group work. Now class, have you observed some signs of soil erosion occurring in your community? Okay, can you describe it?
Landslides along the roads, clogging of canals,
Yes.
and wash away soil in the garden.
What are the possible reasons of those soil erosion?
There would be heavy rain and floods and less plants or trees to hold the soil.
Okay, very good. Now, how can we prevent soil erosion in our community? Any idea?
Cultivate trees and plants and do not cut down trees. And also plant trees in hilly areas.
Okay, great answer. Very good. Now, in this video, here are some tips on how to prevent soil erosion in our community.
Hi kids! Today we will learn what steps can be taken to prevent soil erosion. So let's start. Firstly, we know soil erosion is removal of the top layer of soil that contains the minerals and nutrients and is responsible for the fertility of soil. And soil is eroded with the force of wind or water, or removing the topsoil for construction purposes. First and foremost thing is that area with heavy plantation is less prone to soil erosion, as roots of the plants hold the soil firmly and does not let it wash away with flowing water or wind. So, the first thing to prevent soil erosion is grow more and more plants, and do not leave soil without any kind of plantation, and prevent trees from being cut down. Ornamental grass and shrubs leaves no areas of soil and cover soil completely, so they are best at preventing soil erosion in your garden. Next is, do not overwater your garden, as it can also lead to soil erosion. Keep soil covered all round the year. Soil should be kept covered with plantation all round the year in farm areas, as bare land is more prone to soil erosion. Also, instead of growing the same crops every time, crop rotation method can be really helpful in preventing erosion of soil. Crop rotation is alternately growing off the crops that have different requirements. Plant more and more trees in hilly areas. In hilly areas, trees should not be cut, as tree roots hold the soil firmly and prevent soil erosion and landslides. Reduce tillage. Tilling is a practice where soil is made loose by various techniques. That is also responsible for soil erosion, as loose soil is more prone to be blown away by the wind or washed away by water. In hilly areas, contour farming, strip cropping, terrace farming should be practiced. So kids, today we learned a lot of methods that should be practiced to prevent soil erosion.
So class, these are the things that you're going to remember in our lesson. Erosion is the transfer of soil or rock fragments from one place to another. Soil erosion can destroy land masses. It can shape landforms. It can transform mountains to hills into plateaus. The effects of soil erosion in plants would mean less food production, and it can affect animals and humans because plants are the sources of food and nutrients. So class, do you have any questions? Okay, and so far. So now, let's have a short quiz. The first task is, draw a happy face if the effect of the soil erosion is good, and sad face if the effect is bad. So number 1, shapes the earth's surface. Number 2, removal of fertile soil. Number 3, amazing landforms. 4, pollution in water. And number 5, less food production. Task 2. Your task 2 is, write true if the statement is correct and false if not. Number 1. Soil erosion can destroy masses of land. True or false? Yes, it is true. Number 2. Landslide along the roads can affect transportation. True or false? Very good. It's true. Number 3. Soil erosion always contribute bad effects. True or false? Yes, it is false because sometimes soil erosion can also bring good effects. Number 4. Wash away mine tailings cannot pollute water. True or false? It is false because mine tailings can pollute the water because some of it have harmful substances. Number 5. Erosion can cause clogging of canals. It is true. Very good. Let us clap our hands. It's a good job. Now, in your assignment, list down the places you have noticed in your community where erosion have occurred. For example, along the roads, yards, riverbanks, or canals. You should also include a brief description about the place. And class, that is all for today and thank you for listening and watching. Bye-bye! See you next time!